So what do you want to talk about?
I think it's funny. There's something about the setup process, I think, that triggers us a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? Because we just want to get to it? Because there's other things to do during the day?
Could be. Yeah.
I feel like the last 2 or 3 times we've gotten into near mini shouting matches.
The setting up process is irritating.
It's cramped.
And also, yeah, I know I was jostling these, but just being hunched in this corner here and having my chair broken and being like, okay, I can't use that chair anymore at all. Yeah. So that irritates me. And being hunched and cornered and like, just get me the fuck out of here. And it started just irritating me.
No way.
Even more. And you were pushing back as well.
Like physically?
Like verbally. So I think that was irritating me even more. Because you weren't just getting the chair out of the way.
Doing what you instructed. Doing what you commanded.
You weren't. I know I was being... See, and you're giving me that look that is so smackable.
It's my look.
If I was ever to smack you, it would be when you're making that face at me.
This look is, I'm listening. I am intrigued.
It is not. It's like a, what's that, you bitch? What's that? That's the look you're giving me.
This might be too hostile for our regular innocent viewers, listeners. Anyway, I just thought it was interesting that, maybe we need to have things better. Oh, and we still have the sleeping bag in here. So, yeah, I didn't realize that was there. But
yeah,
I was just trying to preserve the equipment.
I got you. I get that. And I apologize for sloshing drinks. But
I apologize that you were cramped in the corner.
There was no room and my chair broke.
I know.
And that really sucks.
I think that's was the key underlying issue for you. Is
that and being
emotional turmoil.
Crammed in the corner and not being able to get out until you moved this chair.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't do anything.
I know. It was like 5 seconds, though. And I was working on it, and you could see I was working on it. Right? Not fast enough. Anyway. Well, we got to get
You had to grab
chair.
the drinks first. I think that's
they
why
were
I was
sloshing.
I should have just scooted the desk slightly over, and then you would have been able to grab the chair so I could get out. Okay.
I'm glad we recapped that. Great idea.
Hey, you're the one who decided to recap it.
I thought
there was like a booger stuck to your notebook.
That's not mine.
Sure.
I thought it injected a dose of realism, additional realism into this podcast. That we argue and get annoyed with each other.
The only time
and then
we
have
argue?
to turn around and... Yeah. Is
really?
it?
Pretty
for this
much.
podcast?
No, yeah.
Either that or about Chuck.
Yeah.
Other than that, we're perfect. Practically perfect. Oh, cool. Golly gee willikers.
Sorry.
Anyway.
It shouldn't smell.
It shouldn't.
Oh, that was maybe a little bit of barf.
God. What did you eat? Frosted Minis?
Just Frosted Minis.
Just Frosted Minis.
Frosted Mini Sweets.
Which are, what's the generic, or what's the brand?
Mini Spooners.
Mini Spooners. But who does that brand? Which I think is adorable.
Malto Meal.
Mini Spooners.
Which is like a big brand. They've been around for forever.
Yeah.
You remember Malto Meal,
of
like
course.
the Choco drink?
Oh, no, oh, yeah. You know what? I'm getting confused with like Cream of Wheat or something.
I think they might make that too.
Oh,
I think they're
okay.
they're basically like a Kellogg's. They make all kinds of stuff. But apparently they ripped off Frosted Mini Wheats, which are really tasty.
They are. But the Spooners are pretty good too. Because back in the day, if you got like generic Cheerios, I mean, you knew it. You felt it.
Yeah, but Cheerios are already not very good. I know your mom likes them.
Yeah.
But they are just not... I think because I need a little bit of some kind of sugar if I'm eating grains. Because it's just bland otherwise. You need some kind of either seasoning. It either needs to be like a... Savory seasoning or like sweet.
Otherwise it's just cardboard.
And that would
sawdust.
Be gross, I think. Savory with milk.
Oh,
I don't know.
Gosh,
I mean, maybe.
Well, maybe just because we're used to the sweet. So it's just kind of alien to have a savory kind of cereal.
But there's just no taste to them. They're like little cardboard O's. Yeah.
Cardboard. Yeah, I guess when I eat them, the rare occasions I eat them, I've put sugar on them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ashamed to say.
I have too. Same with Rice Krispies. I'll put cinnamon sugar on them.
I can't put sugar on Rice Krispies because they're just, I just won't eat them. I think I'd rather starve.
Why?
Than eat Rice Krispies? Than eat, ugh.
Because they just don't taste like anything?
They're just immediately sog, you know?
And isn't it just rice? Or is it not?
I don't know.
Is it not rice?
I mean, just because there's rice in the name, I actually have no idea what they're made of.
I would assume it's rice because it's in the name.
Well, yeah, I guess nowadays they probably can't still call it Rice Krispies if there's not some percentage of rice in there. Mm-hmm. Not that rice is like a healthy thing, but, you know, they can't call it Rice Krispies if it's made of
corn.
Yeah.
Corn Krispies.
Any, you know, filler. I don't know. Well, like Mom pointed out that corn pops used to be called sugar pops. And I can't. It's too early.
But you might not be picked up on the mic.
That's fine. I feel like my voice is really scratchy this morning. Maybe from the smoky fire.
Oh, yeah. So your mom pointed something out?
She pointed a thing out. Yeah, super interesting. No,
it kind of was.
No, it was. I was just joking because, like, pretending I couldn't remember.
Because I thought she was talking about Sugar Smacks.
That's what I thought. Or Golden... There's, like, Sugar Smacks. Is that the one with the frog?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, like, the Golden Crisps or something. My grandpa used to eat, or maybe still does, one of those. And... yeah, so corn pops used to be called sugar pops.
Sugar pops.
And I was like, no, these are corn pops. They've always been corn pops. Mm-hmm. And then she like Googled it and showed us.
That was weird. She Googled it.
He was from watching that German guy. Googled it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. A lillipip.
A lillipip. So anyway, they were sugar pops. And then I guess that became, I don't know. I mean, do you think they were forced to take out? Well, they probably just changed it. I don't. For some reason, I was thinking it was regulation, but yeah.
They don't want parents to stop buying it.
There's healthy corn.
Thinking, yeah, we're just giving our kids sugar.
Uh-huh. But that's exactly what's happening.
It's like, what's that thing? What were we watching? I think it was one of the big YouTubers talking about AIDS. It was like a health, weight loss thing. And they were like, try AIDS.
Oh, AIDS.
Yeah. It was before the 80s with the, AIDS
something
virus
dietary
outbreak.
Supplement, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, it was to lose weight.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's like as time goes on, people start fearing sugar. Like, oh, it causes inflammation. Oh, it makes, it's horrible for your health. Mm-hmm. So remove it from everything.
Mm-hmm. Well, but this is a little different because AIDS wasn't AIDS. They weren't giving you the AIDS pill, to have AIDS. It was like a dietary supplement that just happened to have the same abbreviation.
I'm just saying it's the name.
Okay. All right.
Because it's the same amount of sugar. Still has the same amount of sugar in it, I'm sure, if not more.
Yeah.
Because,
it probably actually had corn back then in it.
And it probably had less sugar, like I just said, because back in the day, I mean, just hearing my grandma talk about stuff she would eat, it's like, we would just eat walnuts and oranges for dessert. It's like, okay, that's not...
You poor thing. But much healthier. So who's the poor things?
But still, like, not doused in sugar. Mm-hmm. So I had a bowl of corn pops, or a couple bowls yesterday, and they just make you hungry. Mm-hmm. They make you so hungry.
They make you so hungry. I'm so hungry.
And I can go, like, all day without eating.
Yeah, that's true.
But I had a bowl of corn pops, and I was like, damn, what is going on?
The opposite of what food should do, even if it's really bad food. It should fill you up a little.
It's really weird how it makes your appetite go crazy. So if you are having issues with what would you call that? Appetite. If you're having a low appetite and
eat some corn pops?
Yeah. If you're training to be a sumo wrestler, eat a bowl of corn pops every morning so you get hungry.
So then you want a burrito.
Mm-hmm. Or whatever. So then you can do what I did and pound an entire El Patio burrito that's like 8 pounds of food.
Mm-hmm. Condensed into a log. Yeah. Basically like a compressed food log. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think you can use the corn pops as an excuse for that, because I think you did that last weekend as well. We ate the El Patio burrito.
Oh, yeah.
And you pounded that.
But it made my appetite go crazy. Rather than just like, I feel like eating this because I'm a pig, versus I need to eat something because my stomach is eating itself. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about all this?
Well, sugar is an appetite stimulant, I think.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so. I could just be talking out of my ass, probably, but...
You could, probably. I could be, probably. Definitely talking out of my ass.
Well, yeah, I think it is. I think it does. Or your body just wants more food to kind of balance the sugar, like protein or something.
I have noticed that eating sugar makes you crave more sugar.
Yes.
That's at least is a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, maybe. Yeah. There's something there.
We're coming to excellent, hopeful, scientific conclusions here.
Mm-hmm.
I got nothing.
Me too.
Was it the pre-podcast fight?
Could be.
You shouting?
Was there shouting?
On my part, for sure.
Yeah, definitely on your part.
Because you weren't acknowledging.
You definitely get loud.
You weren't looking at me. Ah!
I was focused on my chair being broken, you butthole.
I think
you
if
had
you
no sympathy for me mourning over the loss of my chair.
But you weren't mourning it. You were trying to, like, clunk everything out of place with it. And I was like, just hold on.
I was trying to get out.
I was sad for you. But the thing is, you didn't look sad.
I was wedged
for
in
like
the
5 seconds.
I was wedged in the back of the closet.
They're not going to get to listen to this, so you can move as close as you want to the microphone because I will be cutting this so that only my part can be heard. I'm just kidding.
You would do that, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
Just only you talking. So what do you want to talk about, you butt?
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
I just kind of want to smush your face into the wall right now.
Ditto.
Let's do it on the count of 3.
Really?
No, because you're stronger than me, so I'll definitely lose.
There's just a Sarah head imprint in the drywall.
As opposed to any other kind of imprint.
Good one.
It's just
good burn.
My point is, it's just going to be a circle. It's just going to be a circle or an oval imprint in the wall.
You really love to just pick things apart,
What I hate,
don't you?
Yeah, I do. That's what I do. That's what I was born to do.
That was funny. Mm-hmm. Will Arnett and the Conan O'Brien show.
The Conester. Oh, is that what he calls him?
Coner.
Why do you call me Coner? Who says that?
Canadians, I guess. When they're playing...
What the hell was that game? That was so weird. Like a spring?
Yeah, they were playing that boxing game.
Weird.
And they were trash talking. Mm-hmm. And Will Arnett's like, I would have hated to have... And Conan's like, yeah? What was that?
That's like me all the time. What did you say? Huh?
I would have hated to have someone like you at Normandy. Mm-hmm. Conan's like, I would have hated to have someone like you who couldn't talk.
I love that. That's like the funniest thing I've seen from Conan. I feel like that made me laugh.
Will Arnett's really funny.
He's funny.
I'm so sad that I don't like BoJack Horseman.
Have you given it a real chance, though? Because I feel like you gave...
I think I've watched like 3 or 4 episodes of it. And I just couldn't get into it.
All right. I might need to watch it independently because then everyone says how funny... what's the Canadian people show? Why hell can't I think of it?
Well, let me think.
Okay. I want to say some gobbledygook name.
Well, I think it kind of is.
Like Abba Zaba or...
the name of a town or something. It's with this like really stern redneck Canadian guy that's always got his hands in his pockets and looks like a bored. Mm-hmm. And he's just talking trash to everybody. Mm-hmm. I just couldn't get into it.
But I thought you only watched like 1 episode. Maybe 2.
I think I watched a couple episodes. And I get the appeal, but it's just really not my kind of thing. You can like it. No, other people can like it.
I know. It's just easier if we have something that we can watch together because it feels less like... I mean, we do our separate things. You know, you do your drawing, I do my reading. But sometimes it's just, like, I feel like watching a thing, it's nice.
What? We watch a lot of things together.
Do we? Yeah, but I mean, there are things that I think I want to watch, but I don't because...
Because I'm holding you back?
Well, but also because there's, like, a lot of episodes.
Oh,
so
I really am holding you back?
You're not holding me back. I just choose not to watch them at this time because you don't like them or... You know, like if
I tell you to watch whatever you want.
No, I know, but it's like if you put a thing on and I'm like, I'm not into that because it's cringy or whatever. Like, I'm not into that.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I do turn off cringy things. Could be.
It's just like squashed into the sheet.
I do turn
just
off
hanging there.
Cringy things.
Or some kind of bug.
That is an ant.
Yeah.
There's an ant squashed into the bedsheet. Weird.
I'm just going to be looking at it the whole time.
But yeah, you can't handle cringy stuff like news bloopers, news fails. I love those.
I like them when they're just kind of like straight bloopers. But when they're kind of more fails or people getting in fights, like the newscasters, like there's one lady who's always snotty. Well, there's, like those are less appealing to me. I'm just annoyed that happened or that like someone's just being a bitch.
Cringy stuff, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when it's just like funny, like people falling or that guy getting a fly in his mouth.
Guy getting a fly in his mouth.
Yeah, the black guy who was like, this fucking shit ass country or something.
Oh yeah, this country ass place. Like,
just because this big like
out of here
horsefly or something just like flew in his mouth or in his face, and it was he was just like trying to hold it together. It was probably humid.
Bugs
he's dressed
everywhere.
In this tight, thick suit and just like motherfucking. Anyway, I like those.
Might need to cut that.
Why?
I don't know. A little bit impersonating a black man.
That's how he was talking.
I know.
It's not me like saying, "Here's my black character."
I'm just saying.
That is exactly how he said it.
Okay, you don't have to be all defensive. I'm just saying.
I'm a racist.
I didn't call you a racist.
You implied it.
Did I?
Yeah, we better cut this.
I was just thinking it.
I know. You can't win today. Just stop trying.
I'm glad that you recognize that.
That was a joke.
Well, what would you like to talk about?
I have no idea. Let me flip through my notebook of
I noticed
pure, fresh ideas
that you haven't added to.
Well, excuse me, but I haven't exactly had time. We've been uploading. I've been working.
True.
I did have this, but that's only going to go so far. Things you say to dogs you never say to people. It was kind of funny to think of them, but less funny to just read them off.
It just annoys me and thinks about Charlie licking his butt.
What does he do that doesn't annoy you?
Sit quietly.
So you mean silently?
If he wasn't a pain in the ass in every way possible.
You could almost be talking about yourself.
But so, just when you come home. No, wait. When your mom comes home, it's freak out time.
I did get a glimpse of that the other day.
It's scream freak out fest time. Bark fest. Then when she makes her food that she gives to Hazel and Peebles, her dogs, he is crying at the gate and freaking out because she's not giving him food. Then you come home and he has another freak out. So I'm like hearing all this. This is pretty much every night of the week. And, then this hasn't happened in a minute, but with him on the foot of the couch, laying at your feet, and your mom walks up and he charges at her or whatever.
This started out as
many examples of how he's annoying.
As a potentially funny topic, and then just it's you with your barely suppressed rage.
Because you asked me what doesn't annoy you.
I guess I thought it was going to be more lighthearted, and instead your eyes just got kind of wide, and you're just like doing this a lot, and like
with
your pecs are like
my hand clenched,
like tensed, like everything here is like tensed.
I didn't realize,
and I'm like, wow, this is really.
Well, you kind of asked for a list. To be fair,
I thought you would like put like a funny spin on it.
Like how?
I don't know how you put funny spins on other stuff. And instead, it's just like a ranty, ragey laundry list. That's another reason maybe we should record later, because it just feels like...
No, it's good. This is gold.
Your mom's gold. Yeah.
What'd you pick off your neck?
A scab. And I'm going to eat it.
You already flicked it away.
Did I? There's more. There's more to be had.
Probably into your drink.
Whatever. Just be reabsorbed into my pus.
That's how you'll eat it, I guess.
You're fucking sassy. Plus, I started drinking his green tea, and now I'm sweating like a mofo.
You want me to finish it?
No.
You want some water?
No, I do not. Are you eating your beardy thing? Thing? It sounded like thing.
I don't understand.
I don't either. I think I'm having a seizure. I'm just
not
kidding.
a thing to joke about.
Nothing's off the table. Nothing's on the table. Nothing's off the table here.
Okay.
That's what comedy is.
Okay. Comedy
Rude,
gold.
Offensive, except for all the stuff we cut about family members, all the stories I can't tell, but everything else is on the table.
Thank you all for watching.
They're not watching.
Thank you all for listening.